Hi, my name is Jose Ruiz, and today I'm going to be talking about accessible technology, how expensive it is, and why it should change. Now, before you watch this video, if you're not into something like this, or you're not interested, please click away. It might be a little long, it might be short. I don't know how long this video is going to be. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, something that is much needed for the blind is a keyboard, something that's accessible and probably braille that's electronic. Now, to get something like that, you would need this. It's a Brilliant Braille display. I'm sure if you were to guess how much this was, or if you've seen any other videos, it's about $4,000. This is not something you want to spend your life savings on. This is something that obviously should be used for school or reading a book. I mean, if it costs a blind person $4,000 to read a book, I mean, it almost doesn't make it worth it anymore. I mean, why should we be, To be honest, for the same price, you could go out and buy an iPhone, fully upgraded, 256 gigabytes. You can buy a brand new Mac at the lowest configuration because it's almost $2,000 on its own. You could buy an Amazon Echo.
Buy me. Buy me now. I'm completely serious right now.
You could buy an Apple Watch. And if you wanted to, go make a class ring. For that same price, you can get all of those things, and a lot of them are luxury, including a class ring. I mean, you don't really need one. But all of these things are luxury. But something like this, which a regular person can go to the store and buy for $20, $30, maybe $50 if they really want to go crazy and spend the money. You would not see a regular sighted person spend no more than $200 on a keyboard. Yeah, there are crazy people who will spend that much on a keyboard. However, something that's useful and something that's for somebody who's blind should not cost a small fortune. It should be affordable. Like this, it could probably be made for $900, maybe $1,000. I mean, even that would be more affordable. The problem is all of the accessible technology comes from a few companies, and they really monopolize it. They monopolize the prices, they say how much it's going to cost, when in reality it doesn't really cost them that much to make these things. They may say it costs a lot, they can say that it's $30 each cell, each one of these little square things. They could say that it costs $30 for each one of them, but even at that rate, I mean, I don't believe that. It doesn't make any sense. So, for the price of this, you could buy an iPhone, you could buy a Mac, you could buy a class ring, you could buy a watch, you can buy an Amazon Echo.
Yes, you can.
I hope I didn't forget the computer in that. See, I'm already losing track. But for the same price as this, you can get all of those things. And I can guarantee you'll have a lot more fun with those than you will with this. Unless you really love to read like I do. But, let's ignore that. So, the thing I'm trying to get across is, why are things like this so expensive? Why can't they be affordable? I mean, yeah, sure, somebody spent a lot of time and effort trying to get this thing to work, or trying to make them work, or research, but they do that for everything else. They do that for an iPhone, they do that for an Amazon Echo, they've done it for an Apple Watch, not a class ring. They do that for cameras, stuff like that. They do all the same thing. They spend nearly the same amount of money, but they make it at an affordable price so that everybody can get it. Now, companies that make things for the blind, they don't do that. All they do is they spend all that money, it's nearly the same amount of money, and they overprice it because, hey, let's make as much money from blind people as we possibly can, even though we know that they can't afford it. We're not going to have to make so many, we just got to sell a few. I mean, if that's their business model, they're not getting anywhere. I mean, they do now because we have no other choice. The only way to get really expensive stuff like this is either getting your family to help you buy it, going to state organizations like DARS. They changed their name recently. I'm not sure what they changed it to because I haven't talked to them for a while. But yeah. And that's the state of Texas. Depending on the state you're in, it could be a little different. So don't take my word for it, for what it's called. But I mean, for companies to charge a lot of money that you actually have to get help from the state to buy it, I don't see the point. Now, they can charge as much as they want, but in the end, we're all going to have to pay it. Someday, I hope that they realize that it's not right, it's not ethical, and it's not a good idea. Because it really makes people who can't afford things like that very upset whenever they may really need it. A child may need a braille keyboard. They may really need it to get through school. They may be the smartest kid, but they're not smart if they don't have the things they need to get through school or to get through life. If you're 40 years old and you need something like that, you're on your own. No organization is going to help you. My name is Jose Ruiz, and I hope you learned something from this video. If you didn't, hi, I'm surprised you stayed this long. If you liked this video, please subscribe. If you didn't like it, well, subscribe anyway. You might like something else on this channel. Have a wonderful day.